I am ever so pleased to share with you the expertise and the mastery of this young man who is incredibly impressive. I'm going to clip this onto you right there. And what he's going to share with us is spiritual house cleaning. Ishan.
Hello there, everyone. My name is Ishan. Give me just one small minute because I want to make sure that I basically have this backup should I need it. Okay. All right. Hello there, everyone. My name is Ishan, and on this great celebration of magic, I have been tasked to show what it actually looks and feels like. Just like one small minute here. Okay. Before we begin, I basically just have to start with this, so then just bear with me. I definitely have studied multiple magical disciplines, even if I have not tried them all out myself. I have spent years looking at traditions such as the Golden Dawn. Some of you with eagle eyes might recognize that name. Some of you might be members, so then welcome. I definitely have also looked at such arcane traditions as Enochian, which as supposedly came like from the angels themselves. But in fact, it was mainly just work of one man, John Dee, who was, fun fact, the original 007. But I have also looked into Christian magic that is medieval in nature, from the great sage under the pen name of Malin. I was also a virtue Christian for a time, but unfortunately the temple was like way too far for me to visit. So then, and basically studying all of this for 10 years, you would think that I would choose one path, a path that is safe and full of benefits and privileges. And yet, I basically found that it wasn't close enough to the truth. So then I basically felt I had to go off-road, so to speak. And so basically, for that, let me tell you what I have found during my time in the wilderness of like both the fourth and the fifth dimensions. And basically how that what I have learned can then help with their psychic defense, or like basically just to make your life that much easier. However, there is a very small like, requirement. Please just raise your hand if you have clairvoyance, or you use the third eye. Raise your hands. Okay, good. What about those that can feel energy, otherwise known as clairsentience? Okay, good. Come on in, please. Okay. With that in place, I definitely do hope that those that have those abilities can definitely tell the difference between when I came in here first and then like right now. That, my friends, is what I call a barrier. It is very, very similar to what's in like either fantasy or like science fiction. It is very similar to what the Master Trek calls shields. All of us here know that we have our own personal egg, our aura. But what if I told you that you can make such a thing anywhere that you want for like not just psychic protection, but also physical protection as well. For you see, the air inside a barrier, it itself changes. It becomes lighter, it becomes much more refined, and it becomes easier to breathe. Many a time did I help a friend who lived very, very close to the water during a red tide. And then once I taught them this technique, they were able to breathe again. The house was actually livable. Even if every other house sunk to high heaven. You have now just witnessed it yourself. And then in a moment, we will practice this with a partner. Before we do that, however, I definitely must say that there is a caveat. Many of these strong barriers require seals to make them that strong. If you know of, and you talk to angels, then it becomes very simple. Simply because each angel comes with their own seal, or their own signature, to make it that much easier to work with your barrier. It definitely might be simple, but it does not make it easy. Working with barriers requires creativity and ingenuity, simply because it all depends on the circumstance that you find yourself in. And the great thing about barriers is that they have so many different uses that it boggles the mind. So whenever you find yourself in an overwhelming situation, just try it. You will be very pleasantly surprised with the results. I personally use it only with house clearings and Richard mentioned, to protect those with highly sensitive psychic abilities from darker forces, from intruding on their lives. However, there are other uses, such as promoting healing of a loved one that is stuck in a hospital, protecting yourself from abuse in a scenario, either at home or like at work. And then this goes on and on. I would not be surprised if it could even be used to communicate with non-human beings. It is safe to say that if you need it, a bear can help you out in some way, shape, or form. Alright, now time to pair up with someone and to try it out. Alright, now, the way to make a barrier is to essentially to make a dome over your head. So then everyone, I basically want y'all to kind of spread out a little bit as much as you can, and then like basically hold out your arms wide, and then picture a thin like membrane, just like plastic wrap, just coming from the floor, but then also then attached to your finger, okay? It like might be blue, light blue, or clear, but it has to be there. And so then, while just picking up all that, just tap, just basically feel your power center, your third chakra, and then either breathe out from there, or like scream, whichever way works best for you. But then just basically put from your third chakra right here, and then just basically clap upward, okay? But then just take your time, bring like those two membranes together slowly with great effort, and then once they finally come like together, congratulations, you have made your first barrier. So now just spend some time and then just have your partner next to you who basically just try to sense if there is something, whether either by touch or by vision, okay? And then like once you have the bear, you will definitely feel that the air around you really is different, that it is significantly lighter than it was before. Alright, we are really quite close to the end of our time ending here. Here I come. I definitely was hoping I could share like one more thing super quickly if I could. Like just try this for like another maybe 5 minutes. However, this one might be a kind of controversial. Simply, just simply because this one might be a bit dangerous. Boy's life without a time of danger, right? With it out of the way, there's one last technique I want to show you. I basically call a barrier. No, sorry, we just did barrier. This, this one, next one that I want to show you is actually called a portal. And like those of you that do Reiki would like definitely recognize this as a garbage receptacle like you do in level 2. But the fact is, you can do this anywhere, and you don't even need Reiki to use this. This is only dangerous simply because of the fact that if you give it enough energy, it basically can be self-sustaining and grow. And well, that is something that you don't want simply because it can actually hurt living tissue if it's left unchecked. But for this, I am gonna need someone who can ideally both see and on top of that also feel energy. So does basically someone want to come up here?
You have a person waiting for you for a reading.
I see. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming up here. Okay, so then. Okay then. Thank you so much for coming, and then, and what is her name?
Robin.
Robin. Very nice to meet you.
You too.
Okay, now the thing is that this wonderful technique is like dangerous, which means that I have 2 rules to like use it effectively. Let's just see what we can do right here, okay? Okay, Robin. I definitely made a portal right here. While still being careful, I definitely want you to observe what that portal is like doing right now. Okay, so then basically take like 10 15 seconds or so, just like basically looking at it, trying to sense it, you know?
So you want me to kind of look and see if I can
Yes.
sense the portal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Anywhere in the room or?
But it's basically right here.
Okay.
Okay? Right there. Rule 1. When you make a when you make a portal, make sure to close it within a minute, if you can. Simply because if you don't, there is a good chance that it will grow, and we do not want that. So then, basically, what is your observations so far of the
It's here.
portal?
I can feel it. It's here.
Okay, good, good. Rule 2. When you use a portal, as a source of energy, simply because it's like normally faces one side, I definitely recommend that you don't be in the way. Simply because then you'll be negatively affected, either emotionally, which is common, or again, if it's left unchecked, you might even get a small mysterious burn if you just sit inside of it. So I basically recommend they don't try that. Okay. So pretty much as I close this portal right now, okay, I basically wish that we could all I definitely do wish we could all basically try this technique, but it seems that my time is way up, and pretty much unfortunately, but the main way to do it is basically just to picture blackness with no floor, and then to bring that down basically to your arm, and then basically just to project it. And then to cause it, you just fill it up with light, and basically then you massage it up to 5 times, and basically then it's closed. So I hope that you all enjoyed this lecture. Thank you all for coming.